Welcome to my channel. We're going to do some more music today. Aren't you excited? That's going to be fun. The first thing I'm going to do 5 requested reactions today. This is part of my plan to recuperate from my illness. So I'm not up to 6 yet, but I'm cheating. I'm adding in a bonus video. Yep. I came across this today and I said, I've got to do this one. It's Oliver Anthony singing Scornful Woman. So we're going to do that first, and then we'll get into the 5 requested reactions. But before we do anything, I do want to remind you, I'm still offering a free copy of my book, The Nature of Christ, for you to read as a PDF. If you're interested, all you have to do is send an email to me. Put in the subject line, I'd like a free copy of your book, and send it to paul.schmehl@gmail.com. That's paul.schmehl@gmail.com. This offer is only good until the book is published. Once it's at the publisher, that's it. From then on, you'll have to pay for it. Okay? So, if you're interested, send me an email. Before we get into anything on my videos, the first thing I have to do is thank you for coming here. Because you have choices. You could go anywhere you want, but you chose to come here to my channel, and I appreciate that more than you can possibly imagine. I'm very thankful for it. Thank you for coming. I always put the artist links in the description of their playlist so that you can support them as well if you want to. But I put the link to the song I'm reacting to in the description of the video. I also put a link in there from Wikipedia if I can find anything that's relevant. And I always put the link to the reaction request form so you can request reactions. I have over 3,000 requests now. So if you request something today, it's going to take over a year for me to get to it. Right now, I am reacting to requests from August of 2024. So that gives you some idea of how far behind I am. But it's okay. I will get to them, I promise you. If you ask for one in the comments, what I'm going to do is reply to you with a link to the form. The form is how you get your request taken care of. Okay? So this is Oliver Anthony singing Scornful Woman. This should be interesting.
Well, she got a side to her I wanna run from. She'll turn a warm afternoon into a cold, cold one. Well, he grabbed the apple and Adam took a bite. And now all these years later, and the math still ain't right with a scornful woman. Scornful woman. I used to sleep so good, didn't have a nightmare. I was busy dreaming, believing he's always gonna be right there. And now the middle of the day is like the middle of the night, and the court says 50-50, but the math don't seem right with a scornful woman. A scornful woman. they can keep all the fame. I go back to being broke as a joke if I could just get a break from the pain.
Okay. That was Scornful Woman by Oliver Anthony. Oliver was the very first reaction I ever did. And I haven't looked lately, but a long time ago, I had over 20,000 views, which absolutely blew my mind. I mean, I had maybe 100 people subscribed to me at the time. It was just a shock. It really was a shock. And so I felt I had to honor him because essentially he launched my channel. But I have to be frank with you. Some of his music that he's come out with since then, I don't really care for. It just seems like the same sound over and over again. But this one is good. The lyrics are good. And I think Oliver is starting to come into his own. I think he's becoming the musician that he can be. And this is a good example of that. I mean, I love the violin. I thought the violin was, the way that it was played, it was like urgent. It was really urgent. It was like, this has to be done now. I got to do this right now. Got to take care of this scornful woman, man. And he always weaves in biblical references like the reference to Adam and Eve, which I appreciate, as you should surmise by now. But, I like this song. I like the sound of it. I like the lyrics. I like the way that he's singing now. Maybe I'm coming back around to like him more. I liked him a lot with Rich Men North of Richmond, but then some of the later stuff, not so much. But this I like. I like this a lot. This is good stuff. Before we move on to the requests, I want to thank you again for coming, and I want to pray for you. I pray that God will watch over your life every single day, and that he will never depart from you, and that he will always be with you and watching over you and keeping you safe. I pray the same thing for every single person that you love. This is the Vietnam Era Vet, out.